we're here. Explain this to me one more time. Why are we doing Sentinels again?
Well, we didn't have the complete box last time. You know, now we have the complete box. Everything, the whole shebang. That what was it, 45-minute video last time? That was one part of it. This is part 2. And there's almost that much stuff.
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. You said we were missing something from the original set before. You got that, right?
So the last thing we were missing out on was this last box, the Shattered Timelines and the Wrath of the Cosmos. It introduced like Captain Cosmic, Skyscraper, Chrono Ranger, just a couple more heroes. I think Iron Legacy was in this one, so we got all this finally, which was awesome.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Basically, you know, we played around a bit. I know a bit about Skyscraper and Captain Cosmic. I love Chrono Ranger because basically he was like an old West cowboy, like 1800s. Somehow got sucked through like time and space. Now he's like pretty much a future bounty hunter, and he's got some cool stuff. Skyscraper pretty much can change her size from normal human to like giant to even small, tiny.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm totally blanking on Cosmic right now.
He just builds constructs. It's kind of like Green Lantern. Kind of like, you know.
Cool. Alright, so this is the final piece of the original set. And unfortunately now we have a whole other box of goodies to go through. So, since it took 45 minutes last time, I don't want to waste any time. Let's get to it.
I already opened it. I wanted to prep this cool thing. It's an actual comic book that they wrote and put together as a precursor to the game.
It's cool.
I took it out of the box. I want to check it out. It actually has some of the heroes. It sets up who Oblivaeon is, or Oblivion, however it's pronounced.
Yeah.
So it's just pretty fun, like a little comic. It's just setting up the different, because the big thing about the Oblivion is he's trying to destroy the multiverse, and we see villains from our universe that become heroes to fight this thing, because he's trying to wipe out all existence until nothing's left.
So basically, if you're not like, basically just dumb it down for you, it's pretty much like, you know, the fight with Thanos or with Galactus. Like, you've got this very giant, big bad, very powerful, and, well, everybody's got to stop him. Otherwise, there will be nothing left, because his name is, I'm going to say Oblivaeon, because it sounds cooler, but really quick spelling if you can't read it, O-B-L-I-V-A-E-O-N, and, like, you know, the Aeon part just reminds me of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's what I was thinking of, is the Aeons.
So yeah. So we played a bit of Oblivaeon. We'll talk about that probably at the end.
Yeah.
So what do we have next?
So taking it out of the box, as I said, I already opened this up. We already played with it a little bit. This is the actual mega expansion of Oblivion. It comes with, you know, the boss figure. It did have new heroes like Luminary and stuff. I don't remember who came specifically in this, because Benchmark and Stuntman are separate. They came as like mini packs to this, but this is the main ordeal, and it's a brand new game mode. If you've ever played any of the other ones, it's a brand new game mode with rewards and stuff. Awesome. We've only played one game of it. Highly recommend. Very difficult, but block out a lot of time. It's a lot longer than the original.
Yeah, like on the back here it says 2 to 5 players, 90 to 120 minutes. We did this like last week at our buddy Alan's, because like Patrick, he helped with the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And basically he's got everything Patrick's got. And we started the game about 6 o'clock, about like 9:30 or so. We've gone through a fair number of rounds, and we've worn down Oblivaeon, who is like uber powerful. Like no joke. He starts at 10,000 hit points. Most of the characters that I see are about the 30 to 40 range, so yeah, it's definitely you're facing a titan of a monster. And yeah, 3 hours in, we got him down from 10k to like, what is it?
180.
Like? Yeah. So it's doable, it's challenging, and you know, that took 3 hours to do, but that was also our first time, so we were learning the new game mode.
It'd go much faster when we play it again.
And like, basically if you played the original game mode, you know, there's the environment, there's the villain, there's your heroes, except in this, there's 2 environments, there's just a bunch of other things that I forget right now, but again, like Oblivion, we'll probably talk about this at the end if we have time. I just want to get through everything, show you guys all the cool stuff that you could get.
I think this fell out of that box, so you can set it aside.
Okay. Yeah, basically, you know, just some of the different characters, Luminary, and yeah.
Another fun piece, you know, with the Kickstarter was the 5th anniversary foil villain collection. You know, it's just life-size villain, you know, cover art, just foil, nothing new. Just kind of a cool little, you know, one of those, like, because I backed the entire multiverse at getting everything. And I thought this was very cool. I can't wait to open up and see it. I haven't had a chance to yet. Nothing really to say about it. It's, you know.
Looks pretty cool. So definitely, like, I'd say if you're hardcore into the series, you might appreciate it because it does look pretty cool. And, like, probably can't see very well, but just, it looks like large blown up cards. You can read, you know, info on the hero, villain, you know,
and we can zoom in on anything, you know, at the end if you guys want anything or more details. Leave something in the comments, ask about it. You know, we're not experts, or go to the website, the Greater Than Games website.
Yep.
Check out Sentinels of Multiverse. They're awesome.
All right.
This is the complete hero variant collection. It's all of the variant cards for every hero that's been released so far, plus a new one for each character. So, you know, there's a new Tachyon, there's a new Legacy. It's just variant art. It's no new powers, no new anything. If you already have the game, you don't need this. It's just a fun little, you know, whenever back as the Kickstarter is, you know, an extra little pledge. So.
Well, some of the variants like have different powers.
The variants have different powers, but I mean, all of these exist if you have any of the other games or whatever.
Gotcha.
Like,
okay.
If you've already got the variant, yeah, that's all I mean. It's like it's new art and it's beautiful art.
So basically, you know, just more variants in case you don't have all the variants and you want to see. You know, it looks like, I don't know, like at least the variants like main hero card. I don't know, like if the decks are any different or not.
It doesn't. It's just all that is hero cards. There's no decks in there. It's just Legacy, Tempest, Chrono Ranger, just all.
Yeah, and there's like a large number. Like you probably can't tell, but
there's
I guess
50 characters. I think.
I don't know. 67.
I was
variants.
In the range. This one I've been looking forward to. We're not going to go into the detail like we did last time. This one's Benchmark.
Okay.
This one I really look forward to playing, like cybernetic kind of guy. You know, he's got robotic parts or something. So I was looking forward to this one. Stuntman's the one I'm really looking forward to. We can get to that next.
Oh, yeah. Cool. So
two more mini packs.
Yeah. So basically, there's another couple of heroes that we haven't already experienced. So Benchmark. I don't know much about him, so I can't really talk about him. But
yeah, I'm not as familiar with that one, to be honest. Usually, I know a lot of this, and I didn't really do any research on it because there's so many. Luminary's the one I'm looking forward to sitting down and playing with, and Stuntman's the brand new one that I'm really looking forward to because he's got a lot of fun of out of turn abilities, which I'm really excited to play with.
From what I recall, like when we played this at our buddy Allen's, I looked through several of the decks. Stuntman was one of the characters I looked at. I don't know his whole story, but basically what I got from looking through the deck and everything was he seems like a legit Hollywood stuntman turned hero. Like, you know, he has some crazy stuff. Like one of the funniest things I saw in there was a card called like Training Montage. I forget what it does, but like legit Training Montage was pictured there, and he looked interesting. But you know, normal dude, you know, guns and such going up against Oblivaeon, I was like, I'll hold off on this character, but I would like to play him in a regular game, certainly. So next up we have...
This one I'm really looking forward to. This is the Void Guard. It's the Sentinels team, which I believe we mentioned in the first video very briefly, which is kind of like a Fantastic Four, you know, archetype. And like I said, none of these are rip-offs of anything. I think they're very unique origin stories or whatever. I think they pay homage to it. And they take parts and they make it work, but that's what the Void Guard is. It's a variant of those characters, of like Dr. Medico, Mainstay, the Idealist, and Wraith. Very exciting. Like their power set changed. I believe they were at Fort Adamant and something went wrong, or maybe that was Southwest Sentinels. I don't remember.
Yeah, Southwest Sentinels.
Yep. They were at some type of fort when it blew up and they became the Void Guard. So their powers are different than the original team, like slightly. So But it's a cool variant, which I love that type of thing. It was one of the stretch goals that they did. They said they would, you know, if they earn enough, they would do this. And one thing to put in here, this is the entire multiverse. There's no more expansions, no more any of that. There's Sentinels of Earth Prime and different spin-offs and Cauldron and stuff that's additional content, but it's not made by Greater Than Games. And it's not, you know, canonical. It can work with it, can add to it, but this is their complete work. Because Oblivaeon is the end of their story, which is what I love.
It's crazy, and, you know, from what I've seen so far, when we played last week, again, I'm probably going to make a lot of callbacks to that. Our one buddy did play as Mainstay for a little bit. The best description I can give for him was a mix of, like, Roadhouse and, like, Mystic or, like, Space Guy, I'm not sure. Basically, he seemed like a bouncer dude at, like, a rough bar or, you know, Roadhouse or whatever, who had some alien tech or magic stuff, I don't know. Dr. Medico, one of the other characters mentioned, the late guy here. Basically, he's just very, you know, he's a healer. He does very good work with that, and he does some other crazy stuff. Let's see. Unfortunately, the Idealist and Rye we didn't play with, so I don't know as much about them. But looking quickly at the descriptions, so you can bring a picture from them from captions. By exposed parents, does not like to memory. Okay, so Mainstay apparently has psychic powers. Sorry, the Idealist has psychic powers. Duh. She gained an Oblivion shard. But yeah, it just seems like that power could be draining her or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to spoil everything. And also, it seems like Pat's ready for the next thing.
Yeah. Thank you. Apologize for being a distraction. If anyone's watching me, you need to watch him. This is a cool little thing that they added on. This was an add-on that did not come with the multiverse. It's like an extra, you know, little feature. But it's just added artwork. So we can see Citizen Dawn, you know, with Oblivion.
That's cool. Yeah, Citizen Dawn was one of the original villains, so, like, you know, seeing her go up against Oblivion is pretty cool.
I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce the villain that, you know, the Akash.
Oh, God. I'm going to spell it for you guys, and I'm going to put little subtitles
This
here.
is not the character's name, this is just the title of the picture, you know. Just,
Gotcha.
Just to clarify.
It's...
Akash Flora?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. A-K-A-S-H apostrophe F-L-O-R-A. It's not the name of the hero, but like I said, it's just like Patrick was saying, it's just the name of the picture, and it's, you know, a large tree seeming to grow in the middle of a city. So, don't know what's going on, but I'm sure it's interesting.
Yeah, and this is my favorite. You know, this is my first time seeing these on camera right here, as you guys saw me open it up. This is an awesome picture. It's Oblivion on the right there, and then all three different forms of legacy. The grandfather legacy, which I guess whenever you listen to the podcast, if you go check out the letters page, they actually talk about the history of, that's like the 6th legacy there. This is the current legacy, and then this is his daughter. So, like, go listen, you know, check out the letters page. Like, they are awesome. And I think, you know, maybe we'll go over, do some character spotlights and stuff like, you know, he's done before. Mm-hmm. I think Legacy, just that one character, that entity, is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. So I'll let you guys, you know, have the moment to see it. And then I'm going to look at it myself, because I can't see it very well through the back. But I kind of can. Oh my god, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Because, like, basically my experience with Legacy has been, you know, the main guy right there. You know, I've seen the variant of, like, I'd say he's Captain America-like, World War II soldier-like.
So.
And then I've not seen at all the female Legacy besides, like, just now, one of the decks here. So, like, that's cool seeing them all team up. So it seems like, you know, they're breaking the bonds of time, like,
yes,
to face Oblivion. And it's pretty crazy. Like I said, we played the game. We took 3 hours. We wore him down quite a bit, but yeah, it was a challenge.
For sure.
Okay, and what do we have next?
This is the Mac Daddy of the whole thing. This is, other than the Oblivion game mode I was excited about, this is the carrying case. This carries everything. This carries all of the rule books. This carries all 3,126 cards, I think was the total count.
That sounds right.
Plus the foil cards and everything. If you check it out, hopefully you guys can see us really well. I don't know. But it's got little different compartments. Look at all the artwork they put on here. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Like as you can see, there's excellent artwork and everything's marked off. So we have up top. Okay, I don't know what the top is.
So that's where I'm gonna put rule books. Is my thought.
Okay, but we have heroes marked down, oversized villains and tokens, villains and environments, villains, heroes and variants. Like basically, yeah, those pull out those filing cabinets. They pull out. They have all these little dividers for all the different heroes, villains, variants, etc. For each area. Yep. Alan had his set up already.
Yeah.
Patrick, patiently waited to do this.
I waited like a week.
But yeah, so like everything is divided up very easily, very neatly because this is a major card game, so it's got a lot of cards.
And they put in the foam blocks if you need them or not. If they said if you sleeve everything, you'd still have room left over, but they put in the foam blocks so you don't have to. They put all the dividers already in here.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I really hope you guys get to see is all of the detailing and everything they put on here. They put in a lot of completionist guys. They put a lot of the artistry is just amazing. They put in this comparison of the heroes and villains thing, just showing you which complexity and everything. They've thought this game out. They've got tokens for different types of damage you're doing. Mm-hmm. Everything slides out pretty nicely.
Oh yeah.
Let me just grab it here.
Yeah. So while he's working on that, like Patrick said, we have all the different tokens for all the different damages: cold, lightning, toxic, psychic. A few things for Nemesis, because these are essentially comic book characters in the trading card game. So obviously, they're going to have their main villain. They're going to have their rogues gallery of characters to face off against. So these are pretty much just nice little things to help you remember. Oh, hey, Chrono Ranger and Plague Rat, they hate each other. So they're going to do, I think it's one, they do extra damage to each other and take extra damage from the other, if I recall.
Yeah, +1.
+1. So Chrono Ranger shoots him for 1, he hits him for 2. Plague Rat bites him for 1, he hits him for 2. It's, it's a cool, just a little bonus thing. Again, you would see in comics. So we have, hopefully, all of that together.
Yep.
And then we can move on to the next bit.
That's it. That is it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a lot quicker than last time.
Yeah, we were a lot better. I just think, the guys that put this together, they did an amazing job. This Kickstarter, as we said in the beginning, this took 2 years for us to get everything from the first shipment to the end. It was 2.5 years from ordering and everything. I am happy to receive it. I would wait another year for this because this is beautiful and they did an amazing job. And I've had so much fun. So if any of them are ever watching, you guys did an awesome job. Yeah. I'm just too happy.
Right.
I know one side note. The first time I played this game, and I might have told the story the first time. The first time I played this game at Allen's, I lost and died playing Argon Adept in my first go, and I remember him thinking, oh my god, he's going to hate this game because he died. And little did he know that this is going to be one of my favorite tabletop card game, board games, whatever you want to call it, because it is just awesome. So even when you lose, it is still fun.
Oh yeah. And then, please going back to everything, we've got cool artwork. We have hero expansions, the Void Guard. We have individual hero decks. We have, the foil large cards for heroes and villains. Yes?
Yep. Just villains.
Just villains.
Yeah, we got the hero one last time.
A cool introductory comic.
Yeah, and that's something they didn't have to do was the comic book. That's something they chose to do additionally. That's what I love is these guys are so passionate about their products that they don't just throw things out. They really build on it. So.
Mm-hmm. And then the Oblivaeon expansion, which again, very hardcore for the serious player of Sentinels in the Multiverse.
Yep.
You don't want to do not start off with Oblivaeon.
Yeah, that's not your first game.
yeah, like your first game could, you know, be, you know,
any of these expansions, the original game plus any expansion.
Yep.
Wrath of the Cosmos would be a good one. Shared Timeline's a good one.
But yeah, so we definitely, you know, having, like, Patrick owns the game, he obviously endorses it very much. I played the game with him, with Alan, and some of our other friends, and I highly endorse it because, you know, it's fun, it's interesting, it has so many characters. Like, you can just look through all the heroes and you can find your hero that you like. You know, again, Patrick said, there are some similarities between characters and, like, existing properties from DC, Marvel,
yeah,
potentially Dark Horse, and other comic studios. But they're not like, oh, but that's just clearly Iron Man, but, like, with a different name. Like, this guy has his own unique abilities and has his own story, and it's a real fleshed out character.
Yeah, like the Legacy, for example, to show how they differentiate. You know, you look at it and you see the World War II version of Legacy looks like Captain America. The modern day Legacy looks like Superman. The new Legacy, the youngest Legacy, America's Youngest Legacy or whatever, looks like Supergirl. Like, they look similar, but their stories are so impactful and so driven, and they're not a version of this. They are their own entity, and the story behind them is just like amazing. Whenever, you know, I've listened to some of the podcasts like the Letters page, and these guys are passionate about it, and they have built this entire universe of characters, and I look forward to playing in it and listening more to what they do and seeing what projects they can go on to do from this, because unfortunately this is the last time you will see a Sentinels of the Multiverse unboxing. You know, you may see another, maybe they'll do another Sentinels. They're doing, you know, the role-playing game, or they're doing a digital game. They're doing other different things, but this is the last of this set. Maybe not the Multiverse itself, but of the card game version, this is it. And I'm happy with it. You know, like you saw last time how many boxes we took out. This is a small amount, but Oblivaeon will take just as much time and add so many more hours to play through.
Oh yeah, definitely. And, you know, now that we're nearing the end of the road for, you know, Sentinels of the Multiverse, everyone's out there, everyone exists, finally. I unfortunately have to make a very hard decision for myself. You know, like I said, I like a lot of different characters. You know, I play Chrono Ranger a few times with you guys. I played with Legacy and other characters in the, you know, the digital game, like through Steam. And I like these characters so much. And unfortunately, because I like these characters, I want to share their stories with you guys. And there are a lot of characters. And I'm going to make the declaration right now that I'm probably going to be talking about all of them. As much as I can research about them and share with you guys, you know, not just to promote the game, but to talk about cool, interesting characters. You know, maybe help draw you guys into the game, get you into something new and interesting you may not have even heard of before finding this video. You know, it's going to be a big undertaking. If you want to help out with that, you can feel free. Or, like, do your own videos on, like, I like these characters.
I think the key now is up to you guys. Who would you want to see first? Like, obviously, we talked about in the first video, Unity's, like, my favorite one. And Omnitron U is a new variant that got released with, you know, Oblivion and everything, destroying Omnitron and Unity rebuilding, so he's one of my new favorites. And Brad loves Chrono Ranger. Like, who do you guys want to see? Like, Legacy or Benchmark, Skyscraper, Captain Cosmic? Villains? Do you want to know more about a villain? We can discuss why these villains are awesome. We can discuss why their playstyle is good. Like, their playstyle is good. Like, let us know what you want to see first. What you want to see next. Or do you not want to see this? I think this would be very exciting, but let us know. Leave a like and leave a comment. Who do you want to see? What do you want to know about Benchmark? Or, you know, what makes Baron Blade so good? Why is it compelling that he's now Luminary and he's a good guy? Or, you know.
I had to mention playstyles. I hadn't even taken into consideration, hey, this is a card game, and all these individual characters have their decks. So maybe you want to know, like, hey, is, you know, Dr. Medico a healer? Or, you know, how does Wraith, what does Wraith do? Or what does Captain Cosmic do? So unfortunately, it sounds like you just gave me more work. Because on top of talking about the characters themselves, you know, for those interested in the game, you know, I could talk about, like, how they play. I'm gonna rise to that challenge because I am ever vigilant, and I'm trying to work in a Sentinel pun, but I got nothing. And then, really quick, any final thoughts on Oblivaeon, like the expansion itself, that you want to share?
Nope. I think I said my piece on it.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it. That is my piece. They did an amazing job. It did take 2 years for us to get it from the original expectation. But as I view Kickstarter, it's not a store. You're backing a project, and if they're delayed, you're delayed. And I would rather be delayed and get this wonderful, worked out. We didn't run into any problems. All of the rules that we questioned, we found answers to very quickly. Like, they did an amazing job. I cannot say enough positive things. And this box is incredibly sturdy. Like, you know, you can't see through the camera, but it's a really heavy duty box. It's like 20 some pounds or something. It's heavy duty. It's good material.
Oh yeah. All I really have to say about Oblivaeon, like I said, it's definitely not, you know, your first game for Sentinels of the Multiverse. It's definitely after you've had some exposure to the games and you're like, okay, I want to see where this goes. So definitely, like, if you start playing, you know, pretty much Sentinels of the Multiverse or any of the original expansions, and you know, you're like, you just need more, Oblivian's got you covered. And if a 3+ hour game can't tide you over, I don't know what will. You are too hardcore for even us. The guy who backed it, the guy who's obsessed with characters, and our friends who love the game as well. So, you know, again, to grade in the games, you know, from just a guy who's experienced this game, you've done a wonderful job. You should be very proud of what you've accomplished. You have so many cool characters, you have so much cool story, and, you know, just keep up the excellent work, and, you know, I hope to follow you guys and see what else you come up with, and go from there. And so, with that said, everyone, you know, we're done talking about everything. We're going to do a quick montage, basically just covering some of the stuff that we did here. And Mr. Chomps is back.
And Mr. Chomps.
If you forgot, Mr. Chomps was
Unity's,
basically pets.
Yeah, he's just a robot.
He's a dinosaur robot. Do I have to say anything else?
I don't think so.
Like, and he's adorable, and I love him.
Yep.
But yeah, so really quick, we'll just do a quick montage showing all the stuff that we talked about here, some of the stuff that we talked about, well, everything that we talked about from 2 years ago, because Patrick was cool enough to log everything over here from his place. He lives not in the same place as me, so, like, you know, major props for that. But yeah, so you can see everything, you get some ideas, and hopefully soon, I'm putting quotes around that word, I can start talking about the Sentinels of the Multiverse. You know, I'll try and cover some of the core heroes, some of the core villains and stuff, and just branch outward from there, you know, if there's more interest, or as my interest is piqued in, like, oh, this character sounds cool, or that character seems interesting. So, as always, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like Sentinels of the Multiverse. And again, check out Greater Than Games. I will put, you know, like the URL and stuff in the little caption so you guys can see it. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have fun, stay safe, keep hydrated, and keep on gaming. So, peace. Alright everyone, here is everything together finally. First off, I want to introduce the 6 expansions. Starting all the way at the very beginning, we have Sentinels of the Multiverse, you know, the card game. Sells for $40. We have Sentinels of the Multiverse, Rook City, and Infernal Relics, which I forget the price point. 40. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Shattered Timelines, and Wrath of the Cosmos, another 40.
No, 30.
Oh, 30. Vengeance,
40.
Which was $40. Villains of the Multiverse,
30.
And finally, Oblivion itself.
40.
And then just scanning across, you know, we got some of the variant decks. We got Benchmark, Stuntman, all the hero variants, the large villain cards, Mr. Chomps, the Void Guard. I totally forgot what that was.
That was the original Heroes foil collection, the 5th anniversary foil collection.
Right, okay. And then we have the 31 large promo cards, the comic for Oblivaeon. Regular comic?
That's just power tokens.
Right, okay. And then the large box itself.
And the art prints.
Right, and the art prints, I forgot about. So yeah, so again, just scooch on out, zoom out, you know, by backing up, because I am not good with this stuff yet, and that is everything. A lot of the mini expansion stuff was already put into boxes, so it's not as much of a cluster as it could be.
Yeah, Ambuscade, Unity, and everything's boxed in here and here and here. So
Yeah. So,
it looks like a lot less, but watch video 1, you'll see how much stuff there was.
oh god, yeah, it's insane. So, like I said, my recommendation, you know, if you're going to start playing the actual tabletop game, you know, start with Sentinels of the Multiverse, the card game, and then go from there, see if you like it. Or if you haven't even played the game at all, check out Steam or the
Google Play or the App Store, the Apple Store.
Yep, because you can find, you know, pretty much a digital version of the game, like, you know, with Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
Basically, you can play through it for, it's pretty cheap. Oh, $10.
$10 gets you 4 heroes, I think 4 villains, or 4 villains, 8 heroes.
That sounds right, yeah.
You only get like 4 environments, but it's $10. Throw into it, and then you're good. And then you can buy all the add-ons. You can buy it as a season pass for $25 for the first like 3 or 4 boxes, I think. And then season 2 would be all of the extra stuff, you know.
Yeah. Again, we're not sponsored, but we're just sharing this information because, you know, we get gaming can be expensive, and especially whenever you're throwing down like 40, you know, 30 to 40 roughly per large expansion across 6 expansions, it can be a bit much. So, you know, playing the digital version for like $10 on Steam or Google Play or whatever is definitely a good place to start.
And you don't need a table to set up on. You do it on your computer, your phone, or your tablet, whatever.
Exactly.
Sometimes space is limited. This table would not do Oblivaeon justice. This table's not big enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to clear this table out of the living room before, you know, my roommate comes back, because they'll probably be mad about a large table in the middle of the room. So just saying, again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a bit more of the Sentinels of the Multiverse. And, of course, stay tuned for future videos. Oh, and, well, stay tuned for my future videos about this. And also, look back at Part 1 to see all the original stuff in more detail.
If you missed it, go back to Part 1.
Yeah, or, you know, just watch another 45 minutes, because I could use that sweet, sweet retention time. So, again, until next time, everyone, have fun, stay safe, keep hydrated, and of course, remember, every character has a story to tell. Peace out.